Y'all ready to blaze away or what?
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today we just got, it looks like some more Tekken 8 leaks. Now the person who put all this stuff out there, their name is Tekken God Omega Leaker. So I guess this is the pinnacle of Tekken leakers. Now before we get into this, I do want to say thank you to SBTK for initially telling me about this. When I first seen this comment from SBTK, I was just waking up, so it didn't fully process. But after about 5 minutes, I'm like, wait, what did he say? And then I started doing research. Now, so what we're going to do, we're going to talk about, because Harada is aware of this. This leak has made it all the way up to Harada, and he responded. Now, his response isn't really anything too concrete. We know how Harada is. He dances around subjects and he doesn't play straight with the questions, right? So someone tweeted this at Harada. I'm going to read his response, and I'm going to read the leaks. So that's how we're going to do it. Someone initially sent this to Harada and says, Harada, are these leaks true? Please do not add this stupid clinch mechanic, especially if it is inspired by Soul Calibur 6 Reversal Edge, a mechanic that killed that game. So just that part there, the guy is talking about, so I haven't read, this is the thing, I have not looked at the leak. We're gonna look at it together, but the only thing I read was these tweets, and from here it sounds like Tekken 8 is going to have some sort of UFC clinch mechanic. You guys know how UFC, where you grab their heads and you guys like punch each other in the stomach and knee each other. That is what it sounds like so far. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what the tweet says. Harada responds to this and says, today I saw a graffiti in back alley that said, Dubbin is planning to rob a bank. Is that true? Please stop doing such things. It kills your life socially. Now, how would you feel if you saw this tweet, saw a tweet like this one? So like I said, not giving us a straight answer, kind of like, dodging a question. But from what he's kind of saying, he's kind of making fun of it to make it seem like it's not true. He's saying he's seen graffiti on the back wall, and that graffiti said someone's going to rob a bank. Do you believe that graffiti, or is someone just out there, writing garbage on the wall? That's kind of what he's saying about this leak. Someone randomly creates or randomly post a leak. Are you going to believe it? Right? That's what Harada is presenting to us. Now the person responds. He says, I don't have a criminal record and I would laugh at crutches, blah 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 blah. Another potential rock paper scissors mechanic in a fighting game is a possibility if these leaks are true. Harada says, yeah, ? I would laugh at such allegations too. Can you understand these points? That's all. If you don't want to be treated as stupid because of unfounded rumors, sit quietly. So it looks like Harada is saying this isn't true. Now we have the tweets. Let's look at what the actual leak is about. So it's a lot of reading here. The font is very small, so I am going to have to zoom in on my computer to see this. Okay, so it says, gather round. I have finalized details from an internal source at Namco about Tekken 8, which has been in development in conjunction with the last round of DLC for Tekken 7. Okay, that first part, this is what I always assume. People make it seem like they can't do both at the same time. Bandai Namco is big enough to where they can work on Tekken 8 and Season 5 at the same time. It's not either or, pick one. They could do both at the same time. That's always my point, but let's focus on the leak. It says, this is Heihachi's last game and Kazuya will be replaced as a pigment big bad. Harada sees Smash as a big boost for the character's popularity, and the main conflict will be about Kazuya versus Jin. That's good. That's what we want. There is some people who want Heihachi to return, but the majority of the people want to see Kazuya versus Jin. So far, these leaks is saying exactly what I want to hear. That could be a good thing or a bad thing, who knows. But it says Brian loses an eye, I'm not sure why, Brian Fury loses an eye. Isn't he a cyborg? Just put another one in. Just pop another eye in there. Like Thor Ragnarok. Just pop another eye in. Gameplay changes. Now this is probably when the clinching comes up. So it says not every character has a power crush. The moves are still there, but properties are getting changed. So far, this leak is saying everything I want to hear. Power crushes is possibly the biggest thing I hate. One of the biggest things about Tekken 7. So if they are toning that down, that's perfect. It says wave dash-esque movement mechanics are getting introduced to more characters. That's good. Overall movement complexity is encouraged. That is also good. That's what people want. Better movement, more wave dashing. Tutorials will introduce new players to Korean backdashing. That's one thing about Tekken 8. We already seen the patents. They are trying to make the beginner stage, the learning, better, right? The patent said that they're going to be suggesting characters based on how you play. So if you pick Harada and you don't have a clue what you're doing, maybe they'll say, maybe Harada's not for you. Pick Brian Fury. Pick Gigas. Whether you decide to or not, the game will just give you these suggestions. And I'm guessing there's going to be better tutorials in there as well. My main thing is, instead of trying to teach people how to backdash, just make the backdash bigger. When you press back to take that step, just make that step bigger or make it recover faster. You don't need Korean backdashing if one of those two things is the case. I'm not saying get rid of it, but I'm just saying both options is good. Being able to take one big step back, but also backdash for more skilled players. It says there's a new clinching mechanic that somewhat similar to the clashing in Soul Calibur 6 that gives more grappling options. I'm not sure how it controls, but it will have a unique option in clinches for strikes, takedowns. Now, okay, so here it is. The big clinching mechanic, UFC. Now, me personally, I don't like this. I already said before I don't like grabbing at all. It's just way too safe. If someone tries to rolling death cradle you and you break the throw, what are you? You guys are probably neutral, or if anything, King will stand up before you. It's like these grabs are so powerful and they aren't punishable. I think the grabs, if you break a throw, they should be -10 and you should jab punish. That is what I think should happen. You know, I said many times how I think they should do a reversal, right? If you break the grab, you should reverse it and then you should do your grab on them. That was another option that I gave. But the clinching mechanic, if this is in the game, of course we don't know exactly how it works, but I played UFC back in the day and I did not like when people grabbed me. Even in UFC, I was like, why is this person keep clinching me? Why are they keep doing this? And in Tekken 8, I feel like this would be horrible, and I don't know if this is true. I'll leave it up to you guys. Would you want this or would you not, right? But let's continue. It says current planned roster is 24 characters, though it may be cut down to 22. Me personally, I would want 22. They are actively discussing whether or not to merge Jin and Devil Jin into the same character. Me personally, I would want them to merge Jin and Devil Jin and kind of make it how it is like Kazuya and Devil Kazuya, where you can change between them in like rage drives or something like that. The thing about that, Kazuya and Devil Kazuya, their moves are the same. When you change into Devil Kazuya, the only thing that changes is like now his electric is like mid. Most of his attacks become stronger basically, but the inputs and everything is the same. But with Jin, the fighting style is like pretty much completely different, you know. So that's the one distinction there between the two Mishima who are left. So continuing on, it says, and whether or not to include a second Jack. Why would you include a second Jack when the first Jack isn't really played that often? I'm not saying remove Jack, but Jack is already that's like adding two bears. You have two bears on the roster at Tekken 7, but no one really plays the bears like that. Just have one. That's fine. If Harada, if you're watching this, Just one Jack, please. Thank you, sir. The next one. Lars is not returning, but maybe DLC down the line. Wow. Lars? Lars not returning? Gigas is cut. Katarina is cut. Shahid is cut. Lucky Chloe is back. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. I guess I understand. Beginners, like casuals, love Lucky Chloe. This is something I always talk about. Her Cali roll doing 1 billion damage, and then her Cali roll back turn. It makes sense for this character. Beginners love to spam with this character. I understand it. But once you get out of that beginner phase, once you get out of orange ranks, Lucky Chloe dies. Most people will understand what to do and will understand how to stop her. Of course, you will get some wins still because the Cali roll just does so much damage. But oh my god. But Lars not returning that's a big one. And that's the thing I always talk about with Tekken 8. I say the roster is going to be very, very cutthroat. And it will be some heavy losses on there. I can only imagine the amount of DLC characters we have gotten. You have to force off some people that are beloved. Especially, that's the thing. People say they want Bruce, they want June. Whose spots are they going to be taking? Lars is possibly a good one. Zhao Yu is possibly a good one. Dragunov, Bob, right? Some of these characters that we have known for like literally like 10, 15 years, they may fall in Tekken 8. And then they may be sold to us as DLC. I don't know how we feel about that. Losing a character and it being sold to us as DLC. That's what they're saying for Lars. But next up, you have Fahkumram is back and is important to the story. Now, this is something they said about Lita. Lita, Harada already said she is going to play a huge role in the story. But now they're saying Fahkumram is too. And the thing about Fahkumram, for those of you who don't know, Fahkumram is a prisoner. In Tekken 7, he is a prisoner. That's why his trailer, they bring him in on that helicopter, they drop him out of the sky, and he's tied to that metal thing. That's because he's a prisoner. He's, I don't know if he's like a prisoner and they like unleash him as like a deadly weapon on the people. You guys know how they do in the movies, like Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, they're all prisoners, yet each time they help out the government, their sentence is cut down. Will Fahkumram sort of be that Suicide Squad of Tekken, where he's a prisoner, but the more he helps Kazuya, the more his time is cut down. I did a video quite a while ago where I was splitting up the roster to see who would help Jin and who would help Kazuya. And I put Fahkumram with Kazuya because my reasoning was, yes, Fahkumram is a good person. If you listen to what he's saying, he's a good person. He's all about family. But the fact that he's a prisoner, that can be used against him. Kazuya is the kind of person who would exploit that. Oh, if you want to see your family again, you're gonna do what I say. You know, that's the kind of thing that will happen. And then it says, I assume Lee is back. I don't know why this person put I assume Lee is back. Maybe they see some stuff in there about Lee. Who knows? One guest character on release, Zargis from Hades. I don't know who that is. I'll put a screenshot up of him. But it says, yes, dead serious. Harada loves the game and uses some of Noctis' attacks as a blueprint. Okay. So I guess this is fine. This is something that I was saying before. Characters like Noctis, Negan, we know they're not coming back, so you might as well give their moves to someone else. Kunimitsu got some of Noctis moves. It looks like this other character will get the rest of Noctis moves, or a good majority. Negan, I don't know if they will give someone his moves or if they will just let it be. One thing I think they could do for Gigas, they can give his moveset to like a Tekken Force soldier. A Tekken Force soldier, just give him like a baton or give him like a mace or something like that, and then you can do it that way. That's just a spitball idea, but let's continue reading. I can't get sued because for whatever reason Namco's NDA has a huge loophole in it, so I'm basically posting this risk-free. Okay, so I guess this is one of the developers. This is Tekken Omega Leaker saying he can't post pictures and things like that because he will get sued. But this format that he is uploading or that he's typing it out, I guess that's some sort of loophole. I don't know. And that's the thing too. This all goes back to what Harada says. This leak is graffiti on the wall. Do you believe it or do you not? Me personally, I think this is pretty much what we expect. We expect Katarina, Gigas, Shahid to be gone. Lucky Chloe, she could make a return because she's very good for beginners. Falkenraub, he's very expensive. He could make a return. Power Crushes being tweaked. Everyone hates Power Crushes. Like, all these things is kind of falls in line with things that I've been talking about myself. So this part here, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 posts. I don't know if I want to read all of these. I'll do a quick scan through on my own real quick, and I'll see if there's anything that we need to talk about for this video. Okay, so I will read this. I will do a fast read through of this. It says Tekken development is a little weird because of how much is reused. Bear in mind, Tekken 7 has been in arcades for much longer than it was in console release. The team, which was kind of a skeleton crew working on random shit from Tekken Cross Street Fighter, were transitioned to Tekken 8 in around 2018. They spent a lot of time getting better at making assets in Unreal. This is something I also talk about. The character models at the beginning look like trash, but now the character models look extremely well. Now the stages look extremely well, so they're getting better with making things in Unreal Engine. I would understand, I would believe that the team that was working on Tekken Cross Street Fighter is now working on Tekken 8, because Harada said Tekken Cross Street Fighter is on the shelf, so it only makes sense that they moved the people who were working on that to something else, whether that be Tekken 8 or Season 5, right? That's the thing. They have a lot of people doing a lot of things. It's not just, you know, oh, they got 10 people working on it. No, they have hundreds of employees, you know? Let's look at the next one. The details are final. There are more details up in the air. Nothing bothering to post those. Not bothering to post those. Miguel is in. He's a staple of the franchise, and creative team considered him drawing a line for the female audience. Okay, I know there's a few females who watch this, watch my channel. Is Miguel the lover boy of the franchise? Is he's like the? I didn't know that. I thought Miguel for sure would be cut from Tekken 8, but I guess he's the ladies' man. I guess. The next one says yes, EU5. Don't know what that means. They are like a less wet version of Tekken 7. The lighting is better and more uniform. There are some cool moisture and sweet effects they're playing around with. Not sure will be in the final release. Okay, something that I was talking about as well. Just graphics, fidelity, smoke, mist, water, effects, all these things I'm hoping are tweaked up in Tekken 8. I give Tekken 7 a pass. They were just now using the Unreal Engine. First time ever switching to a new engine. So I can excuse the effects and, you know, snow not leaving footprints. I can excuse all those things in Tekken 7 because they just started. But now in Tekken 8, I want to see some improvements, right? Yes, guest characters do not get reused in almost any fighting games. I'm sorry to say, Akuma was in because of Tekken Cross Street Fighter's development. Geese is because of King of Five Resurgence. Noctis fits the game well and cross promotional. Negan is because Harada is acoustic. I don't know what that is. Eliza is returning and is meant to replace this 2D characters. That's something that I figured as well. That's their character. If you're going to use a 2D character, she's the easiest to use. You don't have to sign any contracts. You don't have to worry about making someone else's character look good. You can make that character however you want. There are all final details you'll see in announcements in spring 2022. That was another guess of mine. Spring 2022, that's kinda around the time of E3. I'm not quite sure which part you don't believe. This is very quick for me to write because I'm in a meeting about this literally all week. Friday night and felt, okay, this is crazy. This is literally like everything we've been talking about on the channel. Everything we've been talking about on the channel is exactly what this person is saying. Now, I don't know if Tekken God Omega Leaker is an actual employee, or I don't know, but me personally, I don't understand why they would be going against the company like this and leaking things, especially so much. There's so much more reading here. It's honestly a lot. I'm just looking for standout details now because it's so much reading. I see something in here that says Lita is returning. She is one of the most popular DLC characters in Tekken 7. Lei, a DLC character that is also a legacy character, is not returning. I figured because Harada, everyone was asking for that character, Harada gave that character and then no one played it. And that is what birthed the whole don't ask me for shit thing, is because Harada was upset that no one played the character. So I figure he will not return just out of spite. Announcement comes in spring, but there's no release date yet. I assume early 23. This is something we also were talking about on the channel. I will tell you that Buff Lars is still a meme that the employees giggle at every now and then. Even I laugh at Buff Lars. Buff Lars is it's really like a joke. It's a meme. It's a meme. I assume those kind of details are finalized by now, but I don't know them. The only thing I know is that it's not a Tekken Force type thing. So I think this is working on, I think he's talking about them working on a new game mode. He doesn't know what it is, but he basically is saying it is not Tekken Force. A lot of stuff in here. That's pretty much everything about the leaks. Like I said, I don't know if this is real. I mean, this is the thing. I think this is more real than fake, because this is some of the things that I talk about. All these things in here, it just sort of makes sense for them to do. It's so much. It's so much. But that's it. I know this is a long video, so I'm just going to end it there. Let me know what you guys think about this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.